Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to be talking Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton. Fashion United reports new workshops opening up in France. This has repercussions. Let's get straight to it. Subscribe to my channel here on the tubes. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob, all spelled together, for extra perks there as well. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday, and you're all invited to join the convo. So you guys, listen to this. Fashion United UK reports Louis Vuitton opens new workshops in France. What does this actually mean? Made in France is Louis Vuitton's latest acquisition after opening 2 new workshops to bolster local craftsmanship and savoir-faire. With a carefully orchestrated launch event. Oh, Julie, thank you for the super chat.
Julie Scott donated $6. I'm glad you spoke about the problems with fast fashion. I haven't bought in years. I buy from ethical companies that make quality clothing. If I can't afford to buy a better piece and I need something, I go to some of the sites that have pre-loved.
Oh, and it cut it off. Great. And I'm going to read. From ethical companies that haven't bought it in years, I buy from ethical companies that make quality clothing. If I can't afford to buy a better piece and I need something, I go to some of the sites that have pre-loved. Thank you so much, Julie Scott, for the super chat. Thank you, sweetie. Or was it a donation? It was a donation. All right. Listen, so with careful, okay, so Made in France is Louis Vuitton's latest acquisition after opening 2 new workshops to bolster local craftsmanship and savoir-faire. With a carefully orchestrated launch event, LVMH opened 2 new workshops in Azé and Vendôme, the latter occupying an 11th century abbey that was renovated at a cost of about 20 million euro, according to Bloomberg. By keeping production in its home country, LVMH bypasses the supply chain issues that continue to plague luxury's manufacturing sector. Items such as handbags, belts, and other leather goods can be made locally in France instead of Italy, where many of its leather items are made. And you see, and they keep telling you, like also with Chanel, I prefer the bags to be made in France. And then Chanel workers tell you, well, also if it's made in Italy, it's great. Like, it's the same thing. And here we go, Louis saying, it's better if we make it in France. And good that we can now because we're opening new workshops here. They're throwing shade at Italy. So you see, it's always like how it's convenient to them. They always spin the story according to how is most convenient for them. So when in the boutiques they tell you, oh yeah, this Speedy made in the US, sure, buy it. It's the same quality. Girl, no, it's not. And it should cost, if you're buying a Speedy made in the US, in America, that means that Louis didn't have to pay any import taxes because that bag was manufactured in the States. So that Speedy should cost less than the Speedy made in France that they had to import into the United States. And instead, they make them both cost a leg and a kidney. So, anyway, whole other can of worms. But anyway, so by keeping production in its home country, LVMH bypasses the supply chains issues that continue to plague luxury's manufacturing sector. At the opening, which was attended by LVMH chairman Bernard Arnault, of course, he was there, the French finance minister, politicians are involved in this as well, and other prestigious media. Mr. Arnault said there is an auspicious economic environment in France, which is the most attractive in Europe for foreign investments. Our craftswomen often manufacture products that have wait lists, reported Bloomberg. The Azé workshop is a 6,500 square meter atelier, while the Vendôme Abbey houses 3,300 square meters of its leather workers specializing in the manufacture of luxury bags. The 2 sites currently employ 150 people. According to press release, nearly 350 operations have to be carried out to manufacture a Vuitton bag. Now listen, I know this is a small leather good. It's a clutch. It's a toiletry pouch. I have a Speedy, but it's in the back there. I don't want to get it out now. So, and as an example, I hate when they do these like generalizations and say, according to a press release, nearly 350 operations have to be carried out to manufacture a Vuitton bag. Which Vuitton bag? Because you don't need 350 steps to manufacture a Speedy. You sure as hell don't need 350 steps to manufacture the toiletry pouch, but then again, it's a pouch, not a bag. But the Speedy, the Keepall, those bags don't require 350 steps to make. Come on, who are you kidding? So please, can you specify which bag, Louis, it requires 350 steps? Because you're making it sound like all bags require that. And so hence, you need really specialized artisans to know how to make it. Hence, that's why the bags cost a lot. Making them cost a lot is one thing. Overcharging for them because you can, because you're popular, is another thing. These techniques and know-how must be mastered by new employees, said Michael Burke, CEO of Louis Vuitton. For its recruitment, candidates went through a phase of simulation tests, during which their dexterity, their visual acuity, and their ability to concentrate were put to the test. Successful applicants are then trained internally for several months, the time to acquire all the skills. It takes between 12 and 18 months to be independent. Louis Vuitton to open 2 further workshops in 2022. After a record year in 2021, with a turnover of 64 billion euro, the Vuitton brand will open 2 further workshops in France in the coming months. One located in Beaulieu-sur-Layon in Maine-et-Loire, I don't know how to pronounce this word, will be added to the existing one. The other is located near Valence in the Drôme. By 2024, Louis Vuitton will create 1,000 additional jobs, announced Valérie Dubois, Louis Vuitton Leather Goods Manufacturing Director for France. The strength of our group is to be part of the long term. You don't become a leather goods designer in a day, said Bernard Arnault, France's first fortune and head of an empire of 75 brands. We have managed to get through this economic crisis thanks to our crafts activities and our quality products. This success is a mixture of passion, creation, tradition, and loyalty of our customers. Ya think? It's about the loyalty of your customers. It's actually only thanks to the loyalty of your customers, because all of this extra money that you've earned during the lockdown time, while other brands and businesses were suffering terribly and dying off, while you were striving and growing, despite the fact that you allegedly had chain supply issues, and you had to up your prices because chain supply issues allegedly were getting higher, and yet you made a profit. That seems like you tricked the client, Mr. Arnault. To me, it smells like you overcharged your stuff because you knew you could, because people were in lockdown, they didn't go on holiday, they had extra money to spend, they were frustrated being in lockdown all the time, so they spend more money on luxury goods. I'm one of those. And yet, in another video I just posted a week ago, you can go check that out on my channel as well, there have been reports of Louis Vuitton workers in France striking, stopping work, just a week ago, allegedly. It's on my channel. You can check out that video. So you've recorded maximum profits, and yet your workers are not happy with what they're earning. Your clients are not happy because you're increasing your prices like 3 to 4 times a year, but you're richer and richer. So something is wrong. You see that there's something wrong here? There is something wrong here. If you're telling us, LVMH, that you're so happy that you're investing, and good that you're investing in the economy, good that you're investing in these new workshops, good that you're going to hire new people, that's all great. But the people that you already have hired are allegedly not happy with the amount of money you're paying them and the type of work that you're making them do and the hours that you're making them work, and they're striking allegedly. So how could you make a profit despite the difficult times you're in, but your workers are not satisfied? So where did the profit go to? It sure as hell didn't go into creating better quality bags and canvas, because as I said in many other videos, as much as I love my canvas, and I bought this one last year, the leather tabs are much thinner than they used to be. And the canvas is also softer and thinner than it used to be. So you're saving money there as well. So you keep making profits. So maybe you should also pay your workers more. Or, I mean, maybe decide to make less of a profit, but instead keep maintaining the good old quality of your leather goods that we're used to seeing from you. I'm all for opening up new workshops, adding new labor in France, creating more quality for the brand, but you have to keep it reasonable. You have to keep it reasonable because sooner or later, your clients are going to catch up with you and they're going to realize the trick. And no magic trick can last forever. Even Houdini, my dear, we know how he ended. Didn't end well for him either. Now, apparently he did not die during a magic trick, but, you know, he loved gut punching and died of internal bleeding. But a whole other can of worms. What I'm saying is, sooner or later, the jig is up. And I have a sneaky suspicion that there's quite a bit of jigging going on in the luxury community with all of these high-end tier luxury brands. Just saying. You be the judges. Let me know in the comment section down below. You can read all of the our co-chatters commenting in the live chats. I got a key pouch of Christmas made in France. The bottom stitching was so bad you could see through the bottom of it. Ooh, cha. LVMH execs need more champagne to spray on their super yachts. Staff need more pay? Get the customer to pay. Ryan says, my mother's Speedy 20 arrived last week, made in France. One side panel was sewed on crooked, one handle off and slightly twisted, bits of glazing missed, zip crooked, and bunched up one end. Not great. Wow. Okay, that is terrible. Terrible. And I actually just made a video also a short while ago about, I shared my viewers' comments that my viewers shared with me about their experiences with with Louis Vuitton purchases lately, and the drama that they had to go through with a lot of the purchases, and how poor the quality was, or how bad the customer experience was, like how the customer service was, or how the sales associate was. It doesn't sound pretty. They're trying to make it sound like all is good and great, but more and more news keep popping up of people being dissatisfied with the brand. So, exploitation full stop. Yes, said it. Yes, said it. Julie Son says, these companies forget that retention is a priority. In the long run, employee turn becomes costly and ugly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumb up this video if you liked it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.